My friends, we are doing a deep dive into top-down mixing, and that can only mean one thing: another random wrestling analogy. Can I get a hell yeah? Here's the secret. Top-down mixing is basically skipping leg day. I know, right? You haven't heard that one before. The way to top-down mix is to start at the top and perfect it, aka your master bus, so that you don't have to put as much time into your legs, aka your source tracks. So what's happening, fam? Miami here with JST, and I too once skipped leg day by top-down mixing. I'll actually be showing you an example of that very shortly. In order to keep bringing you the best content, please subscribe, as I would like to hit the goal of 50,000 of you wonderful people by the end of the year. In this video, I'll explain the true issues of skipping leg day. The thing that people don't mention with top-down mixing is that once you get used to it, if you bypass your master bus, the entire thing just falls apart. I'm going to show you an example of that right now.
Now here's an example of a song that I use top-down mixing in, and I'm going to show you what happens as I play it and I take off the master bus. So yeah, gain staging kinda crazy. Things all over the place. The EQ drastically changes in this. Altogether, it literally just falls apart. Okay, so now let's listen to an example of just the vocals by themselves and see how much the top-down mixing can even affect that, just my vocal chain. And yeah, I could have paid more attention to my meters as I was gain staging and doing all that, but it didn't really matter to me because I was hearing it how I wanted to hear it while I was hitting my master bus. So at the end of the day, I think that it sounds great with the master on, but you take it off and we all see what happens. Let's just check out the drums for a second. Without that master bus on, we'd be in some pretty big trouble.
But once the master bus was back on, everything sounded great, right? So I can just keep using this technique because the bus comp and linear EQ are saving me. Oh, hold on one second. Joey's calling me. Hey, what's up, man? What do you mean you need the stems? Like the stems without the master processing on them?
Yes.
This is my last wrestling analogy in this video. When someone asks you for stems and you're a top-down mixer, it's basically like going to the beach with shorts on when you skipped leg day. You're exposed to the world and there's no more hiding it. So I'm sure you guys realize that this technique only really works well when you're mastering your own stuff, unless you're Nolly. In the real world, when you're dealing with labels, you don't always have the choice of mastering your own stuff. And rather than run into that situation down the line, try to think about it now so you can prepare before the situation ever arises. But what are the benefits of top-down mixing? Well, number one, you can finish your mixing fast, aka leaving the gym early. Someone seriously stop me, I can't stop making these fitness jokes. By not obsessing over every single source track, you have the option of looking at the bigger picture. Using broad stroke EQs on your 2-bus is going to sound much more musical than notching out every single frequency you hear before your master chain EQ. Another benefit of top-down mixing is that it's extremely creative. You have no idea how the moves you make on the master bus are going to affect your individual tracks, and sometimes that can be a good thing. It can be refreshing to have a break from your typical routine, as long as you're sure not to get sucked down the rabbit hole from whence there is no return. I hope that audio example gave you an idea of how dangerous top-down mixing can really be. It can really hold everything all together, but it eventually becomes a part of your mix rather than a master that is just sweetening the final product. If I inspired you to write something, hit the like button, Don't forget to subscribe. You only have to do it one time. And tap that bell for notifications so when a video drops, you know the location. Until next time, I'm out of here. Mic drop. Except as engineers, you know, I'm never gonna drop it, even if it is a piece of sure. Later.